Owing to the difficulties in accessing foreign exchange, Nigeria has lost a large volume of its 1 billion liters per year market to neighboring countries. It may be time for the government to look more critically at local refining. Plus, efforts being made to ensure that the airfield is absent of fuel bowsers. Let's hear from our guest.
We've lost so much volume to other West African countries, to even Cotonou, to Benin Republic, to Ghana. We've lost so much volume to them. Most of the technical landings that should come because of fuel and will not come because there won't be fuel. Most of the airlines, the international ones, are so frustrated. They cannot schedule, they cannot plan their flights because they won't get fuel. I know that there is capacity for Port Harcourt Refinery to do something that is going to be acceptable as jet. There are reasons why the companies from the extractions of the IOCs never accepted to take such products which they regard as household kerosene majorly, as ATK in the past. But of course, I still believe that our local refinery can still do something, essentially to be able to. And this way, it's easier to say, okay, this is how much we buy from government, and of course we have our margin. PPPRA is there, the template is there, so government can do something to be able to get one or two of the refineries to crack jet fuel. But of course, I don't know, that's subject to quality control mechanism that has to be put in place, which is very essential for aviation fuel. There's been a lot of who's and cries as regards who is actually, up to what. The airlines will say the marketers are doing this, and the marketers will also say, no, we don't do this. The truth of the case is that it's very difficult for an average marketer to profit, essentially on any airline. This is an organic relationship that you have. If you go even into DPK markets in Nigeria today, because if you are going to do anything now, you are going to predicate it on using the autonomous market rate. If you use the autonomous market rate to simulate an import, you probably even maybe be landing the product at over 200. So by the time you load it essentially with other indices and other variables, you find out that you probably may be getting to about what you're saying. When it comes to aviation fuel, the way of carrying products from the airfield depot to the wing of aircraft is usually through service vehicles, which we call Bowser refuelers. But of course, in the old world, the new trend is such that there is you can have a pipeline connection underground from the airfield storage, to the apron. First one of it is the one that was built during the first tenure of President Olusegun Obasanjo between 76 and 79 by the international oil companies, and the companies that are in the major oil companies who are coming from the background and the extractions of the IOCs are the ones, 5 of them are the ones that own the first GUI. So we also took the initiative as a company that is interested in this sector of the economy to be able to organize another GUI that is meant for the locals, for Nigerian companies, and we have about 7 companies in Nigeria that belongs to this second GUI. So, and that's why we call it GUI 2.
Newsflash takes off with the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority's summary of complaints. British Airways recorded the highest number of flight delays and missing baggage amongst foreign airlines operating to Nigeria. A total of 81 missing luggage and 40 flight delays were reported for the carrier. The British carrier had a total number of 23,029 inbound passengers for the months of October and November 2016, while outbound figure stood at 22,696 for the 2 months in review. With 307 delays out of 438 flights, 190 missing and delayed baggage, Nigeria's flag carrier Airline topped summary of the complaints received against international and domestic airlines for the months of October and November 2016. The airline also received the highest number of complaints of discourtesy. It, however, recorded 408 flights, 16,335 total number of inbound passengers, and 16,393 number of outbound passengers during the period under review. On the domestic front, 8 airlines operated for the month of October, with 4,101 flights operated, 2,435 delays, 64 cancellations, 2 air returns, 4 delay cases of missing and delayed luggage, 311,431 outbound, 326,234 inbounds, and 1 unresolved case. The Nigerian Aviation Handling Company PLC now has a new chairman. He is Mr. Usman Arabi Bello. Bello effectively takes over from the vice chairman, Dennis Heston Tufil, who had been acting in that position since October last year. In a statement by the company, Bello emerged chairman of the foremost aviation handling company after a meeting of the board, which held on January the 12th, 2016. Before his appointment, though, Bello was the chairman of NACO Free Trade Zone, the NFZ. His appointment follows the resignation of the former chairman, Malam Suleiman Yahya, in October last year following his failing health. To the foreign scene were the first of 100 Airbus planes which Iran purchased following the lifting of sanctions landed in Tehran, the Iranian capital. The Airbus A321 touched down at the Mahrabad International Airport from Toulouse, France, to an official ceremony attended by Iran's Ministers of Road and Urban Development, Abbas Akhundi, and other senior government officials, as well as executives from the Airbus and Iran Air, the country's state airline.
This is one of the most significant deals in the history of civil aviation, and a powerful symbol of Iran Air's ambitions for the future.
This is the first Western-built jet Iran has purchased in 37 years, and the first of 100 planes purchased under an $18 billion deal between Iran and Airbus in October last year. Most of Iran's fleet of 250 commercial planes were purchased before 1979, and as of June 2016, only 162 were operational, with the rest grounded due to lack of spare parts. The country has seen nearly 600 deaths in 14 plane crashes since 2000. Iran is hoping to rapidly upgrade its aging air fleet in a bid to renovate its accident-prone aviation industry now that international sanctions have been lifted under the landmark nuclear agreement reached with world powers in July 2015.
Kaduna and Lagos airports brace up for an upsurge in operations as the Abuja terminal closes to traffic in a few months. That's after the break. Do join us again.